Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, yesterday on a separate video, I excoriated Ben Doozy. And in doing so, I referenced by first name only somebody who was under investigation for stealing money from the Blessed Sacrament boosters. Now, I want everybody to know that I had several sources for that information. And I've recently received information that's saying that after that investigation, that apparently there was no money missing. Now, somebody contacted me last night from the boosters, and they were concerned about how this would present itself as it relates to the Blessed Sacrament boosters. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I just want to say this. These booster clubs do great work. We all know how important they are. And the Blessed Sacrament boosters is no different. They do all these things to help these kids with athletics, so forth and so on. And I have been connected to Blessed Sacrament in some way, shape, or form ever since my cousin Josh went to Blessed Sacrament and I was going to St. Cecilia. And I know lots of people that go to Blessed Sacrament, their kids go to Blessed Sacrament, so forth and so on. But I just want to stress that my information was good from multiple sources, that there was an investigation and there is a concern about this guy. And you know what? You should be happy that if you're connected with the Blessed Sacrament boosters, that guess what? They're on top of things. And I'm glad to know that I've been told, I don't know if it's true or not, I assume that it is, that there's been no issue and no problem. I will also add that I got lots of information about the person that I mentioned that's not very flattering on more than one front. But ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, any of you out there that are connected to the Blessed Sacrament boosters, I did not mean to harm your organization whatsoever. I meant to call out somebody that's a bad character who also happens to be Ben Doozy's best friend. And I get it off the cuff. It wasn't anything like I was intentionally doing. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Ben Doozy. So I just wanted to say that before I get started in the news. And I want to start with, as always, if possible, Donald Trump. Trump has made a statement about how what's going on with crime in this country is destroying this country. And he's right. And it's pretty incredible what's going on. And then how the media, the American Communist 10, treats who commits what crime, how it's handled. Joe Biden is instituting strict travel requirements relative to testing, quarantining, so forth and so on. It's pretty amazing. Joe Biden is sick on power. Sick. Absolutely sick on power. He just thinks that he can just declare anything he wants. Forget about our government. Remember, even when a court stops something, what does his people do? Keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And then we know he actually made a statement about Fauci's really the president. Sometimes there is truth in jest. And guess what? I think there's a little truth in jest there. Fauci. Germany is doing a compulsory vax. They're saying you got to get vax. Let me see. The fascists, I thought, left Germany in 45. Fauci's under attack from PETA, of all places, for not only his treatment of the Beagles, but also now monkeys. Fauci, our Mengele, little Fauci. The shutdown issue. You know, the government and Mitch McConnell, see, this is why I hate both political parties. I hate the little games they play, because they both do all that they can to make this country weaker. You know, they all worry about who gets blamed if there's a shutdown. And the Democrats dare the Republicans to shut it down all the time. They dare each other. Ooh, shut down. You know what? Shut the damn government down. Because we all know that it's shutdowns, not a real shutdown. People are still going to get their Social Security check. Our military is still going to get freaking paid. You know what? It would reduce our government to where it ought to be. Let it shut down. Speaking of problems, there's a shortage of chicken tenders, apparently, in our supply lines. By golly. By the way, I don't mean to make light of this, because chicken tenders are an important staple in our food supply. But it's kind of funny. Chicken tenders, not chicken tenders. Joe Biden, he's been a trucker, all the things he said. He's now said he was a liaison in 1973 in the Yom Kippur War between Israel, Six-Day War between Egypt and Israel, that he was a liaison in that. He was in law school. I mean, he goes out there and tries to make a statement about Hanukkah, and this guy is a compulsory plagiar, liar, political gangster scoundrel. And you let him become president. Unbelievable. When I say you, I'm talking about the Bidenites and the American Communist 10. New York Times actually covered up Xi's role in a genocide. I am amazed. What Xi wants, Xi gets. What China wants, China gets. They got everybody compromised or in their pocket. It's scary, scary stuff. Jim Renacci announced Joe Knopp, a Christian film producer, as his lieutenant running mate. We covered it. Don Wegman covered it, and we're going to report about it. It comes out that Epstein, 17 Clinton White House visits. And by the way, I saw a few headlines about, they introduced some girl to Trump. It had to do with a beauty pageant. There has not been one piece of evidence. See how they tried to hurt Trump? It had to do with some girl entering a beauty pageant. Look at Trump's background. Trump goes for supermodels and Playboy playmates. He doesn't go for young girls like Epstein and obviously Bill Gates and others. Last but not least, Jussie Smollett. This guy is unbelievable. The trial, doing a trial run of what went down, Texas, emails, everything, and then trying to blame Donald Trump. Remember, it was guys in MAGA hats claiming Chicago was MAGA country. This guy went on national TV to try to play this to his advantage for his career. He needs to be convicted. And all the people that jumped on the Jussie Smollett bandwagon. Yeah. Aaron Roberts. Oh my gosh. Her interview. Oh, good golly. Ugh. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Go Bama.